Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me tonight on day 24 of the 28-day medical medium detox. And I am just so grateful and in awe that I have 4 days left, and I am just ecstatic to finally be able to complete something so amazing. And not so much because I want to start eating or drinking certain things, although, obviously I'm looking forward to that, but more just the sheer fact that I have been able to accomplish something that I had found so scary, so challenging, and just wondering like how in the world I'm going to do that. And yet I followed my heart, I followed my desire, I asked for guidance and inspiration and so forth, and love and support, and I've received it all and more. So I am just, again, just so grateful that I have come this far, and I only have a few days left. And like I mentioned in some of my other videos, I'm definitely planning on continuing to keep the majority of my diet the way I have been eating now. I have just responded so beautifully and amazing to it that I really do want to keep it. There are a couple things that I do plan on adding back into my diet. The number one being coffee. Just, I love coffee. I don't drink too much. I do drink at least a cup a day, but like what an actual cup is, sometimes twice if I'm traveling, but I just really enjoy and love that. So I really want to add that back to into my life. Thankfully, I don't take sugar in my coffee, and I use coconut milk. So I feel like that will be just fine. And then I do want to incorporate some protein back into my diet, slowly at first. I'm right now planning on doing at least 3 days a week doing protein into my diet. One of the main reasons for that is, well, first, I do enjoy the taste of meat, and I really focus on having meat that's grass fed and organic or grass finished. I learned in about a couple months ago the difference between grass fed and grass finished. Grass fed, they were explaining to me that it means that at some point in the animal's life, the animal was fed grass. However, when it's grass finished, that means that the animal, the entire lifespan, was out in the open fields eating the natural things that animals need to eat. So, anyways, that's a side note, but I thought I would share that information in case anyone was ever wondering that. So, I do want to incorporate that back into my diet, mainly because I really do enjoy the taste of it. But also, I'm going to start really training for some marathons for 2017. And I've already kind of started the training right now. And I noticed that it takes a lot of fruits and vegetables right after a workout to really feel hungry and nourished and recovered again. So I just kind of want to play around with protein and adding it in for that. But other than that, pretty much that's kind of how I want to keep it. And just kind of this experience has allowed me to fine tune a little bit my meaning of food, how I view food, how I value food now. So I'm just excited to continue playing with it and seeing where that comes and turns out. So for today was an extremely relaxing day. So we have been traveling so much this month. We've been so blessed with being able to take a lot of little random adventures and spend time with family for the holidays. And today was finally our trip back home before we decide what we're going to do for New Year's starting tomorrow. So this morning, the last few days, we've been waking up really early, to just be able to get around. And finally, when I got home today, I was beyond exhausted. I was just so tired, just with all the traveling and just, the airplane rides and the time changes and just everything. So today I chose to really focus on taking care of myself in the sense of really resting up. Excuse me. So we traveled all morning, got home, got a couple things done. And I'll be honest, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I was done. I think I had woken up a little bit before 4 a.m. this morning. And I was like, you know what? It is time to recover and recuperate. So I took a 4 hour nap. I am not ashamed to say that. I took a 4 hour nap. And at first, there was all these things that I wanted to keep doing and I wanted to keep going at it. And sometimes I think that's really good that, sometimes I feel like I need that extra motivation or the extra push or just to kind of like, just go through it, keep going and doing the movements to accomplish certain goals. But with, one of the other things that this month has taught me is the whole point of also just resting and taking care of yourself. And that recovery time is just important as the active time as well. So today I just chose to focus on that and kind of really practice and embrace this idea that, that the resting part and the taking care of ourselves part is just as important as anything else in life. in life, I am a big believer that, the most success that let me explain that again. The times that I've had the most success in my life, meaning that I have accomplished certain things, whether in a certain time frame or at a certain amount, or was able to build my health, my relationships, my businesses, etc., have been those times that I've really chosen to set aside time to relax. Or another term that I learned recently was flex time. And, at first I felt that that was a very like selfish thing to do, to put, those certain needs first above and beyond everything else. And I, for a long time, didn't do that. And of course, would burn myself out, would gain weight, would whatever, things would like not work out, or I would be struggling to try to achieve something. And then when I finally realized the importance of really putting our needs and ourselves first above everything else, and I don't mean in an egotistical way. I don't mean like, oh, I'm better than you, or I value more than you, therefore it's going to be me first. It's like, no, I want to contribute something to this life. I want to help people out. I want to have successes and great relationships with my family and my friends and my customers. So therefore, I'm going to make sure that I'm well nourished, I'm healthy, I'm vibrant, I'm rested. I'm going to make sure that I take care of me first in that aspect. So when I come into the world and into situations in life, I'm the best self that I can be, and that really is the best thing that I can give to this world in any scenario that I come across. Because if I'm tired, if I'm overworked, if I'm overstressed or whatever, and then I encounter, let's say, a difficult client, or a frazzled traveler in my path, or someone on the road who's being aggressive, or whatever it is, I'm not going to be my best self. I'm not going to be able to be, in balance and in peace and in connected, and respond from a place of love instead of a place of fear. I'm going to respond from that place of fear because I'm overworked and tired, and I just want to survive that situation. And so, the reactions to those situations are going to be very different. So I've really learned that, and obviously really solidified that this month for myself, and putting myself first and making sure that my needs are to taken care of, so then I can be a better person for everybody else and for myself as well, of course. I always, that one thing, traveling a lot, in this past couple of years, they always tell you, you put the mask on yourself before you put it on others. And the reason for that, again, it's not a selfish thing. It's the fact that if you want to be present and you want to offer yourself and to be there for whomever, even yourself, you really need to take care of yourself first, and then you can go ahead and extend that energy out to others. So that's what I chose to do today. I just chose to, in the morning, I just got some things done that I had already committed to that I was going to do that morning. And then I was like, I'm done. I'm going to take some time for myself. I'm going to take the rest of the evening and the day to really relax and regroup and make sure that I'm in alignment, that I'm grounded and at peace. And then we'll start tomorrow, off with a bang and getting some more things done that really we want to get done before the end of the new year and in that first week of January. So yeah, I just want to really reflect on that. I'm just, again, so happy and so grateful for all the experiences that I'm having. I'm so grateful for all of you, for all the love and the support that you're giving me. Remember, you can always reach out to me at roartosuccess@gmail.com, and have a wonderful, beautiful evening. And I will see you tomorrow on day 25 of the 28-day medical medium. Thank you and good night.